Hey, what's up, guys? Kurt here today with a Let's Play, I guess, and we are going to be playing Kissing Therapy, which is a visual novel. Very short one from what I have found out. So, anyways, we will get into it right now by clicking start. Let's see. Oh, this is really pretty. Let me move the mic a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do some narration now. So let's get my narration voice. Catherine shuffled her way into the counselor's office, head bowed and eyes down. She didn't meet the older woman's gaze as she stood behind the seats, nor did she speak. After a few moments of silence, the sharp professional was the first to speak. She opened with a warm smile. Okay, so now we gotta get this woman a voice. Okay, I think you got an idea, so let's go with it. What do I got first? Sit down, Catherine. I'm not going to bite. Obediently, the woman shuffled into place, hands unconsciously smoothing down her skirt before she sat down. A few more moments of silence passed. Clearly, the girl would not be the first to speak, so the counselor decided she would. Do you know why you're here today, Catherine? More silence. This isn't a punishment, you know. Your teachers and I are concerned about you, that's all. Still no response. Is she gonna say anything? Like, or is this like the first 5 minutes? Like, seriously? Catherine, look at me. The young girl obediently turned her head up, dark eyes focusing on the woman's face but refusing to meet her icy gaze. The woman absent-mindedly adjusted her glasses. A small, tight smile sat upon her face. Okay, so let's see what kind of personality she has. I have an idea of what kind of voice I want to do, but I'm not sure if it'll be right for the character yet. So we will see. Catherine. Is she going to speak now? It's none of your business, Jane. I'm not sure about that voice yet, but let's just see where this goes. The girl says surprisingly firm words from such a mousy girl. Okay, so she's supposed to be mousy. Not like a bitch. Well, you have a voice after all. And no, I don't mind you calling me by my first name while we're in this office. If you did that to make me mad, I'm your friend, Catherine. Oh, I shouldn't have said that so nice. She looks kind of pissed. I don't have any friends. Somehow the words should have been a sulk, but with her chin forward and her long dark hair framing her face like a portrait, she made it sound like a badge of honor. She does look pretty confident about it. I would be that confident. I'd be kind of sad. That's the problem, Catherine. Most teenage girls have lots of friends. You haven't had any for almost a whole year, though. Why is that? I mean, a lot of people do have friends. Most people don't. I mean, it's not really a problem if you have too many friends or not that many friends. If she doesn't have that many friends, but, you know, still socializes, I mean, that would be a problem, in my opinion. I don't want to talk about it. That sounded kind of mean. I'm not giving this girl the right voice. No question about it. Oh, why am I doing her voice? No question about it. There was a sulk in her voice this time. Your teachers tell me that you used to have a friend you were always joined to the hip with. Amber, wasn't it? What happened there? The girl's face screwed up like she had bitten into a lemon. Aw, you made her sad. Don't bring up hurt feelings. I don't want to talk about it. The counselor spoke, fingers playing with a button on her jacket suit. Something seemed to flash for a moment underneath. She doesn't even have a button on those, on her. She doesn't have a suit or nothing. It's just like a dress, it looks like, or I hope those are leggings. Anyways. Would you like a glass of water, Catherine? It's getting very hot in this room. Getting hotter in here. Take off all them clothes, baby. Something in the woman's voice caused the girl to meet her gaze for a moment. Just for a moment. But she saw something warm and inviting there. She shivered openly for a moment. For some reason she couldn't quite understand, then warmed slightly. All right. The counselor took a pitcher of water on her desk and poured it out a glass for the girl. Man, I'm not talking right now. She took it, sipping on it. Make sure to drink it all, Catherine. Take your time and start when you're ready. Catherine realized how thirsty she had been. Within moments, the glass was empty. Some of it spilled down the sides of her mouth, but it was so delicious she gulped it down as quickly as possible. Must have been some good fucking water. The counselor poured another, which the girl took to sip on. She failed and gulped it down as well. She must be really thirsty. Finally, she spoke. She isn't my friend anymore because she's gross. Okay, that was an appropriate blush for that face. Gross? I know Amber. She seems like a pretty clean and neat girl to me. Does she like making tasteless jokes, perhaps? No, not like that. The girl sipped again. She kissed me. For a moment, the counselor didn't say anything. And is that it? But it's gross. I don't want to kiss a girl. I mean, Katy Perry kissed a girl and she liked it. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. Catherine protested, spilling a little water on her hand. It's normal for girls your age to practice kissing on one another, Catherine. It isn't gross, it's something young girls do. I mean, not unless they're lesbians, which I don't have a problem with, but apparently Catherine does, and Jane, you can't just force someone to believe that's okay. You could try consoling her that it's not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, let's see what you do about this. Besides, if you didn't like it, why didn't you just ask her to stop? Catherine's face was flushed red, eyes cast down, because she secretly liked it. I did, but on a camping trip she started kissing me and wouldn't stop. Then she just kept doing it every time we were alone. She had the hots for you, Catherine. I hate to tell you. She wouldn't do it in front of anyone, but she would look for any excuse to corner me so she could try to do it again. I just started avoiding her. So you just stopped being friends with her? Yeah. I like guys. I don't care if that's what she's into, but she just wouldn't stop trying to go after me. Well, I mean, you have a point, Catherine. And if your counselor here, Jane, wants to say any shit about that, saying that you should have been more accepting, then fuck her. Like, fuck you, Jane. That's fair, Catherine. You didn't want to kiss, and she wouldn't stop, but I know Amber wasn't your only friend. What about Erica, the girl with the glasses? She was your friend too. Catherine somehow managed to turn even redder and squirmed her seat. Oh, it's getting saucy. I thought she was different, but she was exactly the same. She spoke, her voice barely a whisper. Same? How? More kissing? Catherine shook her head, long hair swooshing back and forth. Ooh, it's getting hot, guys. No, she kept trying to grab me. I'm sorry I started there, but I think it was appropriate. Well, if she was touching you without your permission, that's wrong, but not gross. I mean, you're wrong, but also right? That's not it. Catherine's word came out in a whiny tone. She kept grabbing my chest, my breasts. I don't know why I find this funny. I know it's serious, but honestly, this sounds like a freaking, anime kind of scenario. And based on what kind of game I'm obviously playing on this channel, it's obviously going to go in a direction where she's going to be okay with it eventually. So, let's just see where this goes. Nipple twister games? I've heard of those are common in the locker room among girls now. We are trying to crack down on it. No, it wasn't in the girls' locker room. I was in high school. It was in the boys' locker room. It was kind of weird. Maybe not as weird for girls. Maybe a little bit more sensual, but It was weird for boys. So, I don't know if it happened to girls, but if it did, I would have known about it in some way or another. No, we were studying at my house and she suddenly shoved her hands under my skirt and started squeezing my boobs, my tits. Damn, what's wrong with my head? She had my bra off and tried to kiss my breast before I managed to push her off and run away. Damn, your friends really like you, Catherine. Not gonna lie. And I don't know why, you just seem like a downer. So that's why you stopped being friends with her? Yes. Well, did you try to make new friends? Friends who didn't want to make a romantic advance on you? That wasn't romance. I'm dizzy. Oh god, was something in that water. I made friends with Kelly and Nicole because they agreed that everyone was being weird and wanted a normal friend. Oh, they're sisters, right? I know them. But you're not friends now. Why not? I told them about Amber and Erica. And they... What was I saying? Oh yeah. They said their friends had been weird too. And we should hang out to keep safe from the lesbos. So then what happened? It was normal. They were good friends and I then visited their house and then... What did they do? Oh god. Catherine's face now was bright crimson, her hands between her legs, her eyes back down on the floor. Tell me, Catherine. The sound of authority in the voice somehow broke through the shame and forced the girl's head to meet her gaze. It was an icy and piercing one. Catherine suddenly felt very small, with her head unfocused as it was if she didn't feel like she could lie. Something was in that water, I'm telling you guys. Tell me. The words traveled to Catherine's core. It was a voice that had to be obeyed. We went to their room and then Kelly started running her hands over my butt. I told her to stop and to stop doing the gross stuff too and asked Nicole for help. I asked and asked and asked and she wouldn't help stop Kelly from rubbing my butt. She's probably into it. I tried to leave, but Nicole came over and thought she was going to help. I thought she was going to help, but then she just joined in too. Woo! Damn. Why are you so attractive to lesbos? Like, I don't know. I understand. They pushed me onto the bed and took turns making out with me. You don't look too ashamed about it, Catherine. I mean, yeah, Catherine. How wonderful. I told them to stop, but they wouldn't stop touching me and kissing me, and they kept doing it. And I asked them why, and they told me it felt so good, and they couldn't stop. What happened then, Catherine? They started groping me, and I told them no, but they didn't stop. Then Nicole started kissing me. I told her it was gross, and I didn't want it, but she wouldn't stop. Yeah, I feel like something underhand is happening here, guys. Oh, whoops, return. She kept kissing and kissing, and I came. I'm straight, I swear. But they held me down and didn't let go until they were done with me. It was awful. Or was it? That's weird. I don't know what I felt. Weird? You don't mean good. It must have been such an amazing experience. No, it was really weird and gross and fuck it. Was hot. My stomach felt like it was full of a million butterflies, and then... Go on, Catherine. Don't be ashamed. I won't judge. She made me like... Alright, I think I was angry about that. Was I? So you stopped being their friends? Yes, I didn't want to do gross stuff. Jane stood up, walked around the desk behind Catherine. She gave Catherine a simple one-armed hug and looked at her. Okay, I'm very intrigued what's going to happen next. I feel like something's about to happen. Catherine, you do not need to be embarrassed. You had a hard time thinking because you made out with two pretty girls. That's perfectly natural for a lesbian. I'm not, making out with your friends is important for any growing teenage girl. As you get older, sex with other girls just becomes a natural thing to do, doesn't it? That's why your friends all started doing the gross lesbian stuff. They're growing up, that's all. But I don't want to be a lesbian. I don't want to go back. I want to go back to normal, where everyone isn't trying to make out with me all the time. That's alright, dear. If you aren't ready to grow up yet, that's fine. They shouldn't be able to touch you until you want them to. I mean, you're right, Jane. I mean, you're right. If you want, I can teach you something very special so they'll never touch you unless you want them to again. Oh god, I don't like where this is going. And with that note, we're going to end today's episode of Kissing Therapy. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell for more updates, so you can get updates on my videos as soon as they come out. And we will resume this in the next episode. And until then, I've been Kuroda. This has been Kissing Therapy, and I will see all you guys next time. Bye, guys.